Hello, and welcome to another episode of Brightcast Anime Talk. So as a big fan of mecha anime, one of my favorite anime franchise is the Gundam franchise. You'd think that I would have made a video before now with how much I love Gundam, but I took my time and had to find the right news to make a video on. Well, given how long the time from the last video to this one, I figured that since I finally have some good topics, it was time to do it. So the first thing we will talk about is the newest Gundam anime announcement, and that is Gundam Build Divers. Yes, that's right, folks. Another Build Whatever series. Before I get into the details about the show, I will say my opinion. I'm really tired of these Gundam Build animes. First Build Fighters anime is pretty good. Build Fighters Try is pretty good too. Then you have Battlelog, which is only 5 episodes and then goes to that GM's counterattack. I don't know, it's not even a movie, but you know, because it's only like half hour long. To end that series, and those were just okay. But all these anime kept the spirit of the original Build Fighters anime. I will say that in terms of the model kits, I believe that these animes have allowed Bandai to be a little lazy with the kits they put out. This is because they will take a kit that is 10 years old, mold a few new parts on it, throw a different paint job on it, and sell it for 2,000 yen. They don't take the opportunity to take that 10-year-old kit, go back and actually fix possible issues that the kit may have had, and then sell it, probably for a higher price. On top of that, hardly any of the Build Fighters kits get the Master Grade or higher treatment. But the real thing is that I personally am ready for the next actual Gundam anime. I realize that the whole point of Build Fighters anime is, you just get a product placement for Gunpla. You see a particular mobile suit on screen and really want that, so you go out and spend the money to buy that model kit. I'm just tired of it. I also realize that these anime allow them to show a variety of mobile suits across the Gundam franchise. But like I said, I'm tired of it. These Gundam anime, I believe, are aimed for younger audiences, and that's fine because I don't see a lot of kids watching ones like Iron-Blooded Orphans, even though it is an excellent Gundam anime. That's what I'm ready for. I want like a follow-up to IBO, or even entirely new anime that's not tied to IBO but is after it. I don't really care how they do it, I just want them to do it. Going back to the model kit thing, I've seen the images of the kits from Build Divers, and I have to say, so far, I'm not impressed at all, and I currently don't plan on spending the money on any of them. So what is Build Divers about? Well, Build Divers goes the route of having the characters playing a video game called Gundam Battle Nexus Online. In this game, people can play missions in a virtual cyberspace dimension. So it's kind of like the first Build Fighters animes, but instead of the characters putting their gunpla on those table things and getting scanned into the arena, they just build the gunpla and somehow use it to play in an online video game battle arena thing. I really hope this doesn't turn into the Sword Art Online with Gundam. The whole premise just sounds not that great at all. At this time, I don't hold very high hopes for the show, but I will still check it out when the episodes hit the Gundam Info YouTube channel. The biggest problem I have with the recent Build Fighter stuff is that really has just become their fan service kind of anime. It's the anime where they can take their gunpla that takes, a mobile suit and one of the characters from the shows and mashes them into one and put it in an anime because that's what fans want. This is why they keep making these Build Fighter animes, because the majority of fans seem to not want any other Gundam anime besides these. On to the second topic then. So there has been news that a new Gundam Breaker video game has been announced. Now, I have never played a Gundam video game at all because my big problem that all the recent Gundam video games only come out on PlayStation. Like, come on, Bandai! You put the Dragon Ball Z video games on Steam, why not Gundam? They have some Sword Art Online video games on Steam. Why not Gundam? I know that your solution is to have me go out, buy a PS4 and get the Gundam games, but I'm sorry, but no. I'm not spending that kind of money for 2 games. Maybe they have some kind of partnership with Sony and that's fine, but even Sony has games on Steam, so it's no excuse, Bandai. You know that Bandai could make more money by putting their games on PC too. Even if it was just a port of the console version, they could make it so much better. So what is this new Gundam Breaker going to be about? Well, Gundam Breaker is like the build fires of Gundam video games. The idea behind Gundam Breaker is to break enemies so that you take their parts and mash your own Gundam together, just like the people who have more talent, time, money, patience, and everything else to make with actual Gundam. And I don't know, I saw somewhere that the premise is like you build a frame, and whatever frame you pick, like each frame has different abilities that can aid your gunpowder. Like, you know, a blue frame is about weapons and firing, and a green one's about speed and agility, and on and on and on. But I'm glad that I don't want a PS4, because now that I read about it, this really doesn't sound like something I would rush right out and buy. But I will say, if they would put it on Steam, it is something I would consider buying when it's on sale. So let me know if you plan on watching Build Divers, and if you have a PS4, if you are excited for the new Gundam Breaker game, and if you plan on getting it. That's all I have to say, so if you want to add to the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening, and goodbye.